Afternoon, everybody. It's Andrea and Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Archery GB National Series Final 2015 recurve Saturday. We've seen the individual matches this morning and we now have our semi-finalists, but to start this afternoon's proceedings we're going to have a look at some youth mixed team matches. Now these teams were selected from the youth festival which was last week. The format is team round, 2 arrows per archer, 20 seconds per arrow. So we should get to see some stars of the future.
So Andrea, you were a junior once.
long time ago.
Did you do anything like this?
No, this wasn't around when I was young.
When you were young? No, me neither. I think it's great that they're getting an opportunity to do this. There's an academy system in place that's been running in one form or another for about 4 years now. I don't think they necessarily have to be academy archers to be here today. I'll explain what the academy structure is shortly. But I believe all these archers are. There's a huge amount of investment that's gone into youth development over the last 4 or 5 years. There's a number of different stages that young archers can go through, from talent identification, talent development, and the academy structure. One of the highlights of this is what was called the Academies Cup, which is now called the Youth Festival, which was held last week at Lillishall, and it was a week-long event held in the summer holidays, perfect timing for the kids, and where they went through a number of they were competing in shooting daily for a full week, and it culminated into a finals weekend, which is similar to this, but was held in the great setting of Lillishall National Sports Centre, and it was great to watch. I hadn't really fully appreciated what the standard was going to be, but there seems to be a lot of young steely-eyed killers being developed out there that are going to come out and explode onto the competition circuit in the not too distant future. So we've got our first teams coming out today for the first round, and this format's going to be slightly different to what we saw earlier, in that it's a team event. So the teams that are up now are the Hellraisers against the Bros with Bows. They better be good if they're going to call themselves that. One of them's a girl. How does that work?
Very colour coordinated though.
Yeah, they're very fashion forward.
And I noticed that the Hellraisers have chosen to have Eva Henderson-Hurst in their coach's box. Obviously,
right.
She was out there this morning, so that's a good bit of
experience of the field of play to. She can tell them what's what. So can you go through a quick run through of this format, why this format's a bit different than Andrew?
Okay, so team round, you've got 6 arrows to shoot in 2 minutes, so 20 seconds per arrow. Each archer shoots 2 arrows. And each team will shoot 1 arrow each, and then it will switch to the opposite team. Whoever wins the set will get 2 set points. And I believe it's 5 set points for a win.
8 points.
So that's we are noticing today that the arrows are going a little high. So the difference between the practice field and the finals field. I was also speaking to Naomi Fourcade just a moment ago, who said the wind conditions are also making the arrows drop and raise. So, you know, a bit more to contend with than the finals field from last year.
7 points.
So 20 points on the board for Bros with Bows. And now we go to the Hellraisers. Joe Ground, I believe this is.
He's been on the circuit quite a lot this year, Joe. Put some good performances in the individual competition and the senior competition of the National Series.
So that's a solid first shot. And what we're hoping to see with the team rounds is that they actually talk to each other, because it's important that you feed back what whether you've aimed off, whether your shot is good, and so that the person following you can actually have some information. Okay, so the Hellraisers' final arrow is a 9. That's good shooting.
Effort.
So 25 points on the board for them. They got a 5-point lead with 3 arrows to go in this set.
How many pairs of glasses can one archer wear while at full draw?
Well,
6 points.
okay, so we're seeing a little more variation left to right on the Bros with Bows target. Might need to just dial it in from the practice. There's a good arrow.
It's probably the first time a lot of them have had any exposure to this this arena, so it's a fantastic opportunity for them to take, win or lose, whatever they can from this, so that maybe in a couple of years' time they'll be back here in an individual format. Great time.
Yeah, I mean, the way that the archery's been structured in the UK now, there's a lot more opportunity for these guys to actually shoot the head-to-heads. Another solid shot.
That's good. Bit of communication there. So they've done a lot of practice doing these at the youth festival last week. So they should be no stranger to the format. Great arrow. Good stuff. That's a tidy target, actually, Andrew.
It is very tidy. So a 3 to win this set. Looks like the Hellraisers have dialed in their game pretty quick. That's good. So Hellraisers have definitely come out the stronger of the two teams at the moment. Maybe some information from Eva has filtered down, and
of course, with Eva being on his 16, Eva probably knows a lot of these guys from the talent festival and from academy meets as well. So there's a good community of young archers that are up and coming, which is great to see. How they make the transition to senior, it's still yet to be seen. We're still in the early stages of this. There's always a bit of you always lose a lot of people on the path into being a consistent senior archer. It's always a challenge that faces kids of this age when they've got exams and schooling and getting established in as a young adult. But hopefully the academy structure and the friendships that they make it keep some more of these kids within the sport and hopefully give us a good grounding for some better international performances in the future.
Yeah, I mean, there's a talent pool outside of the academies as well that that feeds the academies. And they've got some. I mean, these are, I would say, the average age on the academies. We have some younger people on there as well.
9 points.
But hopefully in the next few years to come we'll be seeing these academies feeding into our international teams.
That's the plan. I think I've got a tackle case older than most of these kids. That's depressing, isn't it?
So Bros with Bows just settling down a bit.
8 points.
25 points.
See if Joe can lead the way a bit here.
So with the team round, there's a variety of ways you can set it up. You can have your strongest archer shooting first.
Set that up lovely. Great front arm. It's superb. He's got a great technique. That was nice. I thought he was looking away in disgust then.
I think he did that on his first arrow as well.
Six.
There's a bit of tension in Alicia's front hand there. I don't know whether or not that's part of the plan, but it looks like all the fingers are pointing in the direction of the target.
Ooh.
No score.
I don't think he wants that arrow back.
No. Just got away from him a bit.
Yeah. Well, we're still on a set system, even though it's more arrows per set, so we're not finished yet.
7 points.
So really this set is done with a miss from the Bros with Bows. The Hellraisers can just relax, shoot their shot routines with no tension. Nice shot from Joe, solid 9. And they're still talking to each other despite the fact that they've got a healthy lead.
Yeah, they're showing good drills, aren't they?
Yeah.
Seven points.
Level with 1 arrow to go, so anywhere on the face will do.
It's a 6 and it's enough. The
I'll do.
Hellraisers extend their lead.
There's Eva offering some coaching advice there about the arrows going out towards the right for Alicia. It just seems to me that the Hellraisers seems they're chatting to each other a little bit more.
Yeah, they have. They look like they've got a good bit of team spirit there, haven't they? It's good to see.
I mean, I believe that these were selected from the youth festival, so that if they are on academy, then they've come from different academies, so they won't necessarily know each other. But that's that's no bad thing.
It's all experience at this level, and they'll look back on this in a couple of years' time, hopefully when they're a bit more established in the tournament circuit, and they'll see it as a huge positive and just how important this was for them.
Okay. Okay, so 4-0 lead for the Hellraisers.
Good night to start.
And Bros with Bows need to win the next 2 sets to force it to shoot off.
Six points.
So not really communicating with each other as well as the other team.
Alicia's barking her orders out here. Help Joe does as he's told.
Could be in trouble.
Yeah.
He did as he's
Oh,
told.
good lad. He's off the hook. Right, that's everybody told.
Maybe I should
Very
employ
good.
her tomorrow for
Very good.
my coaching box.
9 points.
Great stuff, 9 points.
I think these are just a more cohesive unit at the moment.
They seem to be, don't they? Go on, Leash, yeah. Ooh. Well, she got the boys to do the work for her, so maybe she can afford a 4, but I doubt it.
Does give Bros with Bows a 2-point lead in this set, with them needing to win.
Yeah, they've got
these sets.
They've got to deliver on this now, haven't they? Good.
There we go.
There we go. They can only stand there and watch at this stage now to see if that 4 is going to be as costly as they think. Oh yeah,
9 points.
I think they're starting to find a bit of traction now in their performance.
Okay, final shot. Let's put some pressure on.
Good arrow.
9
It's
points.
a tidy target,
target
Mace.
really,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. I'll take that.
So these guys need a 30 to take this set.
10.
There's the first one.
Yeah.
Only it was that easy, eh?
Yeah. Ooh, we just lost a bit of back tension there. His hand just come a bit forward. Yeah. Oh,
Whoa.
he nailed it. That was a better comeback than Status Quo has ever done, I think. He'll be happy with that. He'll be very relieved as well, I suspect.
So another 10 needed to tie the set and win the match.
8 points. So close.
So,
Kevin
Bros with Bows have captured a couple of points there. Never thought I'd be commentating on archery, full stop. I never thought I'd be commentating on a team called Bros with Bows.
Wow.
It's amazing how the sport's
Grown.
developed.
I think it's nice that they've made the effort to all have matching t-shirts. And we did see some of their supporters earlier in the day. Okay, so at the moment Hellraisers are leading Bros with Bows by 4 set points to 2, and Bros with Bows need to win the next set to take it to shoot off. Okay. I've always found shooting the team round good fun.
Yeah, I think once you can get a good bit of rhythm with 3 of you up there as well. Just once it's going well, all 3 of you are on song. It really makes the whole competition format more enjoyable.
Seven points.
Okay, so really need to get a couple of good arrows down here to put some pressure on the other team who have been shooting solidly. Okay.
Both looking at the flag now. Is the wind got up, or is it just the pressure, do you think?
No, I think the wind may have dropped, which is why everything's gone out the left-hand side.
9 points.
But whoever led that team off should have actually just said, good shot. I think the wind has changed and
Yeah.
fed that information down. I don't think this team are talking to each other
I think
that
they'll all
well.
I think they'll hopefully they'll be able to evaluate the performance after this and actually say great arrow,
Cracking
and
shot.
actually feed that point back in so that they can remember for next time they're in this scenario that they it's all. It's not failure, it's feedback, isn't it?
Yeah, and sometimes it's not just what you say. It's just having that that voice behind you that you recognise, and it settles you down a bit.
Yeah.
So a good arrow here. We'll see the Hellraisers into a slender lead. Okay, so these guys really need to put 3 good arrows down to force a shoot off.
7 points.
Yeah, very little communication on this team. But a cracking arrow.
Might just be a teenager's thing. I didn't say much when I was a teenager.
I can imagine.
6 years ago.
Making up for it now, though.
Good arrow.
Oh, perfect.
Great stuff.
So 48 points on the board. Is it enough to hold off the Hellraisers to force a shoot off?
Joe's had some good arrows in this.
He
in this
has.
match.
He's been strong.
Yeah.
He looks good.
He
Looks good at
could
full
well
draw.
have been. He was in contention to be a finalist at this. Oh, good dismount.
Okay.
Yeah, just scrape. Could have scraped an arm. I think it's just out, isn't it?
Many dismounts in the youth mixed trios.
No,
yeah,
they've all been
haven't we?
pretty tidy.
So that was put the pressure a little bit on
Yeah.
their final person. Nine
Yeah, so
to actually
man to
win it.
isn't it? Giving it away there.
Come back now. We kick unofficially for the pros.
So
4 set points each.
Right, so well,
And that means
it's okay. It's
Shoot
good for the
off.
competitors. Good for the not so good for the competitors, but better for the spectators. We're going to get a shoot off. So what's the format of the shoot off for team event? And is that everybody shoots 1 arrow?
yeah, everybody shoots 1 arrow. If the score is tied, it's a measure for the closest arrow to the middle.
each archer will have 1 arrow to shoot. Each score will be
Okay. Right, let's see which team come out on top.
So they're talking a bit now, aren't they? But I think it's a bit late in the day. They should have been a bit more dynamic in the communication during the course of the match, I think.
Well, maybe it'll stand them in good stead for the shoot off.
I think the bros are shooting first.
So as I said, if the score is tied, it will go to a measure to closest to the centre.
That was a good
That's
arrow, that.
Cracking
Yeah,
arrow.
good arrow. Stood up and shot it and got the result.
Okay, so
See if we can capitalise on that now.
yeah.
6 points.
6.
So we've got 25.
I believe the correct format for this should be alternate shooting.
That's an impressive dismount from Joe there. I don't think he was. I think he pulled that over. Did his best to pull that over a bit. I think he knew it was. It was heading over to the left before it left the bow.
Okay. Done.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do now. So the bros with bows come from behind and taking the match.
6.
We have.
On score. It goes to the pros.
High fives all round. We get to see who they meet in the final later on.
Okay, so that's the first semi-final complete. I believe these guys are trying to win £1,000 worth of win-and-win archery equipment. Okay, so next up we've got the...
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The House of Lannister against the House of Stark.
Wow.
I think there's a joke or a context that I'm not aware of here. It must be a youth thing.
The youth of today, eh?
Yes, absolutely. Coming over here, showing us how to shoot. Fair play to them. There'll be a lot of very proud parents sat in the stands watching their offspring today. And as a parent myself, you just realise just how quickly they grow up, and how 1 minute they're first having a go with a little toy bow, and the next minute they're having a go at events like this and doing well. So our next two teams are coming out now.
On target 1, a team called the House of Lannister.
Sounds like Tim's not in the loop either as to what the naming convention is.
No. Again, nicely coordinated.
The House of Stark. Very far. Two Corey and Jack Knox.
Okay, we're just letting Tim do the announcing of the teams.
Target 2 will be shooting first, and the official for this match will be Steve Nielsen.
Okay, so second semi-final about to get underway. So we'll see if these teams communicate a bit better. So House of Stark, he seems to have stolen somebody's sunglasses.
Last time I saw him, he was at the youth festival. I'm sure he had a pink t-shirt on to go with those glasses, so maybe he's a ringer.
Ah.
7 points.
Maybe he's the third bro, and they had
Could
to
be.
introduce a sister.
With the team round, you just have to be careful that you finish your shot off before you get off the line, because there is plenty of time on the clock.
7 points.
And I think it's easy to actually rush to get off without completing your shot. It's a long hold, but worth it.
9 points.
So 23 points.
Right, up on the line now, this is Michael Marston from the Bowbrook Archers Club in Shropshire. He was thrilled when he got selected for this. I know he's worked really hard this year, and I was saying earlier about parents supporting their kids. His mum's driven him around the country getting him to the National Series events this year, and he's really, really keen.
Okay, and this is Ellen Piper. She's actually from my club.
Oh, right.
Woking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And
Again.
looks like Alan has got one on the target. Even better.
The other one was a 3.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
No, we just need to panic. I'm not used to having to look out there.
8 points.
Okay, again, these guys seem to be rushing to get off the
Yeah,
line.
they are a
rather
bit. They
than-
seem a bit. I don't think they got their rhythm together yet. I did some head-to-head matches with Michael earlier in the year.
Mhm.
He's really keen.
He looks quite old to be a junior.
Yeah.
Seven.
Okay, so final shot for the House of Stark.
Nine.
Good.
Great
He's-
shot. He's packing a lot of weight on the back of his bow, actually, Mike, isn't he? He's
Bit
another one of
Brad.
these. Yeah, yeah, it is a bit Brad. Do you think a lot of the setups these days, people just follow trends, or do you think they
I think they look at some of the guys that are shooting internationally, and these are people that are shooting a lot of arrows that are training full time. And my worry for these guys is that they're still growing, and they're putting their bodies under a lot of strain. And I worry that we're going to end up with shoulder injuries
There's been a
off
few,
the back
hasn't
of
there?
it.
There's been a few already, actually, and you know, it's not uncommon. There's been a lot of GB seniors have had shoulder injuries over the last couple of years as well, including yourself. You know, I had one in the past also, and I think it's what people need to be more wary of when they're deciding how much weight they're actually going to pack on their bows, because you don't appreciate just how crippling it can be until it happens to you, and it really, you know, it can end your career in the sport, really.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? I do think it's a trend, and if one person starts to do it, you see a lot of people following suit.
Yeah.
But I'd hope that these guys, I know some of them are on our academies, are getting the correct advice, and because I think it's important that they start down the right track, because having had a shoulder injury myself, it takes you a while to get back, and so the House of Stark take the first set. Again, all the arrows going a bit high straight off the bat.
Still suffering from nerves a bit. Hopefully you can dial it in and find a bit of rhythm.
All these arrows have been a bit high. This is Eleanor. She said from my club. Trains a lot of hours, but again off the line, backing off the line as she's completing her shot. So that's something that needs to be sort of sorted out.
This is Jack Maysfield from Lichfield. I've seen him around the circuit. He's he's there at every shoot. He's one of the guys that's there week in, week out. And I think even if there wasn't any of the schemes to bring them on, I think he'd still be there. And he sees Dad week in, week out, standing behind him and supporting him. It's great to see.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Simon Terry when he was a junior, and his dad would just give him a pep talk at the start of every distance and just let him go on and get on with it.
I mean, a lot of these kids have got great families that are supporting
Cracking arrow,
them,
superb.
and obviously driving them around the country to these events, and it's a lot of time and money being invested. That's a great 3 arrows from the House of Stark.
I think they've gotten the game together, haven't they?
Yeah, they seem the more comfortable of the teams. Just a lot of tension in that shot.
Yeah, suffering from nerves, a lot there. I think it's very easy to let everything that's going on around you take over get in your head. Really, you've got to just try and focus on the job at hand.
Nice solid shot.
Jack there.
So 42 points on the board. I'm not sure that's going to be enough to hold off the House of Stark.
No, they can do this in 2 hours, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Seven.
That's okay. So how many academies do we have, Martin?
I think there's 6 from what I can remember. There's one at Lillishall, one in the north, one in the south, one in Northern Ireland, just one in Wales, and then one in Scotland. The one in Wales is in Cardiff, so if you're from North Wales, Archer, then you've got a hell of a long way to go. In fact, I know of at least one North Walian that has opted
Is that
to
a
go.
word, North Wales?
Yes, it is. Actually. At least one North Walian has opted to just go to the Northern Academy. And they've actually joined the Northern Counties Club just because the academy is closer to them.
It's tricky. I mean, the amount of time and that these families have to invest. There's a lot of commitment, especially if you make an academy. There's requirements.
They have this notion of team me that they try and impress upon the kids, that they've got to have a support team in place that that all contribute to the success of themselves. I had my dad used to drive me around to shoots when I was of that sort of age, and it's not just teams, it's not just parents as well, it's also coaches as well.
Okay, so 7. Again, high and right. His team should be telling him, move your sight.
Yeah, should be monitoring this really now, shouldn't they?
Move your sight or aim off. But these are the things that they'll learn through experience.
9.
So all in the same place. Again, move your sights, guys.
Bit of communication there for the team in the lead. Bit of support. Drift. I wonder if the conditions are changing again. They're all starting to drift over. It looks like looking at the windsock, there's a bit of a drift to the right. Yeah, that's what counting right. They should definitely be taking that into account now.
Yeah, I mean the windsock
These guys should be moving up.
It's not moving around an awful lot, but it's enough, I suppose, with the poundage these guys are shooting. We saw the seniors this morning shooting with a bit more poundage. Maybe they're just getting a bit more drift.
That's good for 25. That was an important arrow, I think. Relax into this now. Oh, we'll be happy with that. He's got a 9 for that. Good shot by Eleanor there.
She shot strong this match.
I think they're putting some of the pressure back on to the other team now.
7 points.
So 9.
The sun's gone in a bit now, so hopefully the right-handed archers aren't going to have the sun in their eyes as much. I think it's coming and going behind the clouds.
Nice group. So 9 here will
do the deal.
Yeah.
Bit of a twitch there. See if we can pull it back. That'll
Yeah.
do. Good effort.
Yeah.
10 and a 9 in that. That guy is superb.
So we're going to have Rose with Bows against the House of Stark for the finals later on this afternoon. I believe that's after the semi-finals for the recurve men and women have been completed. So as these archers leave the stage, we'll be signing off until recurve semi-finals, which will start at 2 o'clock.
We will commence shooting at 2 o'clock.